Renee, thank you so much for joining me. It is so much fun to connect with someone who aligns nutritionally like you and I do, and I really love what you're doing in the world. So why don't, I mean, I could try to say how awesome you are, but why don't you tell everyone how awesome you are?
Oh, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate being here. My name is Renee Paulson, aka the Sugar Detox Coach. I'm a recovered food and sugar addict that's lost over 120 pounds. I literally used to never look like this. And people would tell me all the time, like, I wish I could look like I did in my 20s. I'm like, no, I will take this one over that any day. Once I discovered that food and sugar addiction was a thing, honestly, it made me really mad because I knew that food companies were capitalizing on this. So once I figured out a way to overcome my own food and sugar addiction with moderation, like don't take away my cookies. I love cookies so much. I literally got them tattooed on my neck because people kept saying, well, the sugar detox coach, you don't eat sugar. And I'm like, no, no, no. I love cookies like the Cookie Monster. So once I figure out how to recover and have moderation, because in food and sugar addiction world, that's supposed to be complete abstinence, which sucks and doesn't heal you.
Hmm.
But once I figured that out, I knew other women were having this issue and that I could help them. So now I spend my time really helping women kick their food cravings, lose weight, and feel fabulous for good, all while still learning that moderation so you can have your cookies and eat them too.
Yes to the cookies and the Cookie Monster. And that was one of the things I really loved about you from the beginning is I feel like culture kind of preaches this like perfection model of eating healthy, and life is far from perfect. It is imbalanced and wild, and it's an adventure, and sometimes you need cookies on the adventure. And I totally agree with you. And helping be that example, like, whenever you've struggled with something, like I had a hard time losing weight. I was an obese kid, so like that motivated me, that sparked me to want to educate people and help them change because it really does feel outstanding. So I love that you can be that example to anyone because food addiction is totally misunderstood and so hard to kick. And yeah, you're doing a lot of good in the world, and everything you preach, like, just totally aligns. And last time we talked, you started to tell me about something that got me really excited, and it was your 10-day sugar detox, and you were telling me about, like, the results people get and, like, just how impactful it was, and I really wanted to be able to help my audience understand the use of the detox and that, 10 days, you can do anything for 10 days. Um, and as I was looking through what you sent me and everything involved, it is so complete, and I feel like it really does promise like the result you desire. So can you tell us a little bit more about the 10-day sugar detox, what's included and what they could expect?
Absolutely. So the 10-day sugar detox, also known as Sugar Warrior 10, that is like my third child. Really, honestly, when I went to go kick my own food and sugar addiction, I wanted to do a sugar detox, but 7 days felt too little, and I don't like odd numbers, honestly. And 14 days seemed like, whoa. So I decided and I settled on 10 and I went at it. And I promptly failed many, many, many times because I had no idea how to do it.
Mm.
Once you start looking at ingredients lists and nutrition labels, you're like, holy cow, there's like added sugar in 80% of food. So lots of people want to do a sugar detox because they hear it's really healthy, but either they don't know how to do it, then they end up failing, or they try and substitute, which also doesn't help you kick those cravings. So I created Sugar Warrior 10 really as, yes, it's that 10-day detox. You can do anything for 10 days, but I am holding your hand. We are besties for 10 days. And I literally take you through how to read a nutrition label and an ingredients list, what the order of the ingredients list actually means,
Mm.
um, how to tell the difference, what's the difference between fruit and fruit juice, simple carbs versus complex carbs, all of the things that are really a good basis of what you need to know, not only to be successful in the sugar detox, but just really kickstarting that health journey so you have that little basis of knowledge.
Mm.
So you are going to expect that you're going to get a daily motivational video But on top of motivation, yes, I'm there for your rah rah, but I'm also teaching you something every day, little bite sized pieces. So it's not going to be super overwhelming, but it's going to give you that knowledge again, that basis of what you need. The results, insane. Literally, when you walk in, you are going to feel night and day different on day 10. And I've told everybody this, and everybody's like, yeah, right, that crazy sugar detox lady. And on day 10, you feel completely different. Skin cleared. The average weight loss is 7 pounds. Sleeping better, feeling better, like better hair. So I mean, just like the insane amount energy like you had back in your 20s, you know, the mental clarity. And also, I don't think that a lot of people realize that added sugar really has a big impact on your mental health, anxiety and depression, all of those things. So you come out just feeling amazing. And yes, I catch people with the weight loss because they want to hear that. But in the end, people, you get lifetime access. You can repeat it as many times as you want. And in the end, you go back because you want to feel amazing. And so I tell people, run it every couple months if you want, especially after the holidays and the New Year's, always a really good time to do it. But yeah, you can expect amazing results. But I also want people to be prepared because depending on what your diet looks like now, the first couple days are going to be a little rough. Withdrawal symptoms are very real. And I want you to also recognize those as sugar withdrawal symptoms because that's a headache, moodiness. Like usually my family knows to steer clear of me for a little bit. You can also break out, not be able to sleep, things like that. But those will clear and you will feel better.
You know, I mean, there's so many things about what you said that I enjoy, but what I really like and what I've grown to connect with is, the addiction of it. Because, we say we struggle with food or we struggle with sugar. I'm not saying that's not true, but when you think about the physiological dependency and like withdrawal symptoms, totally real. And it's a little concerning. And I know like the first time I kind of did a sugar detox, I love sugar still, but my
Me too.
relationship with it has changed. I respect it, but I see it for what it really is. And I know like if I consume too much of it, it only hurts me. And a lot of times, like when I want to gravitate, well, not as much anymore, but I used to want to gravitate towards sugar more and more when I was dealing with some type of emotional something I didn't know how to cope with. And then what happened is I would eat a bunch of sugar and then it would make me feel worse, not only guilt wise, but then I would be more dependent and then I'd have to kick the actual like physiological hook on it. So I like that you are a realist, which is so important to me because it's not about selling some fantasy. It's about helping people understand the impact sugar has on our life, both mentally and physically. Yes, we all love losing 7, 10 pounds. It's all great. And if that's what motivates you to get in, like, great, because when you go through it, when you feel the difference in your sleep, when you feel the difference in your energy, my God, the energy in your skin, it's just so transformative. And the other thing I really, really love is the bite-sized pieces, because similar to you, the first time I did a kind of sugar cleanse, it was not pretty. It did not go well. And I was not a friendly human. And I failed repeatedly until like I kind of realized like I'm trying to do it all and I don't know where to start. And I had to kind of break it down. So I'm happy that, for the people who are interested in kind of healing their relationship with food and really kicking the sugar, they have lifetime access. They can get to it whenever they want. They can go through it. They can really reset their system over and over again if they need to. But it makes you think differently about food, and they can trust along the way they're not going to be overwhelmed. Like, here's 50 things you need to do in one day to kick the sugar. It's going to be like, nope, not going to do that. It's literally like in a positive way, like spoon fed to you. And like that is the type of learning I am all about.
Yeah, I mean, we literally start with Just starting with the basic habit of grabbing food off of the shelves and flipping it around and starting to look at that nutrition label and ingredients list. A lot of times I think that we have avoided as a I know I did, because I was like, I don't know what the hell any of that means. Like, okay. And then they put the percentages on there, which they think means things, but they don't also mean things. So
Uh-huh.
I think, just those little things really teaching you how to start to feed yourself at a nutritional basis. One of the other interesting things that I absolutely love, and I always found this interesting with myself the first couple times through, and it's the same with everybody that has ever gone through it since. You can go in and think, well, I'm going to start thinking about my treat, which we don't start thinking about in the beginning, right? Because we want to take that focus off. But literally, I've had people addicted to soda, really wanting to do one-on-one and talk to me about when can I start talking about that treat, to where we're on day 10 and I'm like, okay, what is your treat? And they're like, I don't even want one. Like, I feel okay. Maybe I'll just keep going. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, you could keep going if you want. Or they'll break it and they're like, they'll finish it. And they're like, I couldn't finish my treat that I couldn't finish my dessert. It was so sweet, because you start to really reset your taste buds. And
Uh-huh.
also that's another eye-opening thing of like how polluted our taste buds can really get with sugar, that you just need more and more and more for that satisfaction.
Oh my God, yes. Like that was like one of the key factors. It's like a test I still used with clients, which I might be giving it away right now, but oh well. Where, we would talk about something, and because I used to be addicted to sugar, like I remember how bad healthy food tasted to me because my taste buds were so polluted. And then I got healthy and I was like, oh, this is why. And now I actually like, I enjoy healthy food for a lot of the positive reasons. It's good for you. It makes you feel satisfied and full. But most of all, like, it tastes good to me. And if it does, like, we love food. If it doesn't taste good, we're not going to want it. And I love this because a lot of my clients, when they would tell me, like, no, that doesn't taste good, I'm like, oh, yikes, you're addicted to sugar. Okay. Like, note to self, we need to
Yep.
work on that because it really does change your palate and make all the other decisions so much easier. And I can say, like, personally, that was the thing for me, was like recognizing the difference in how healthy food tasted before and after. That's what made me so concerned with my own sugar habit and inspired me and motivated me to change it, because it really doesn't have to be as hard as, culture kind of tells you it has to be healthy. It's just knowing where to start. So I love this. I'm so grateful that you have this, and I am so encouraging any and all of you to sign up for it because yes, the first couple days aren't easy, like Renee said, but like through that challenge, you can change. And ultimately, healing your relationship with food and kicking the sugar can have such an impact on your entire life experience. So, if you don't already follow Renee, you need to be sure to join her Facebook group, which is the Warrior Women for Weight Loss and Health. And she is the sugar detox coach. And I am going to pop the link right below here to sign up because this really isn't something that you want to miss. So Renee, thank you. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for sharing all this. And I am excited to help people with you.
Awesome. I'm excited. Thank you so much. I do want to also add that you do also get, I'm a big snacker, so you get a free snack list, sweet and savory snacks,
Mm.
and a sugar detox recipe book. So if you're like, what am I going to eat? I got your back.
That is very true. She did give me a sneak peek into the program just so I could see what we were talking about today. And when I say it's comprehensive, it's so comprehensive. It's gotten me thinking about different things that I want to give people. So I love that. You really do take care of your people.
Absolutely.
So sign up right now. And otherwise, we will see you sometime soon.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Bye.